Right. नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते सिद्धिबुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्तिमुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रमूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते आद्यन्तरहिते देवी आद्यशक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योगसम्भूते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. Yes, today we will be beginning what is the uh, power of Mahalakshmi. We will be looking at that. But can someone recollect what is it that we saw last? Yes, anybody? We were looking at the powers of Mahakali. It's actually very interesting how Sri Aurobindo has brought all the Devis close to us. Now we understand their functioning, we see how they are operating, and we are no more so far away from the Devis. So, can someone recollect what we saw last? Yes, please. Yes, Chidraji, most welcome.
Yeah, so we saw that one has to shed their ego, and those who are able to do so, they become the instruments of the divine or Mahakali. So this is something we saw, and within seconds she can just destroy the position. So it's so fierce and quick, and to face the mother, it is not easy for those who have a weak mind or carry fear. And but her pure worshippers, without any rigidity or hesitation, willingly face the hardships that come. So this is something we saw, and all the flaws, whether they exist within or external, are rectified and reformed by her. And the transformation happens at a very great speed. So what normally takes uh, a slow pace, something that speeds up and it transforms at a lightning speed is what we can tell. And her experience is something that completes the ananda of a person. So this is something we saw. And she is accessible to those who are noble at heart. Um, and yeah, that's something we saw.
So, the ones without fear, the ones with high ideals, the ones who are noble, they can, without any hesitation, seek her, and she rushes to their aid. She gives them the strength. She obliterates, destroys hurdles, no matter how big that hurdle is. In the face of Mahakali, it cannot stand. That is her force. So if you see Maheshwari's vastness, Mahakali's force and strength. Next, we come to the third power, which is Mahalakshmi. We see today also when we were having a invocation, we looked at some shlokas of the Lakshmi Ashtakam or the Mahalakshmi Ashtakam, where there's a beautiful aspect. Yoga Je Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute. Can someone guess what this means actually? This very line, Yoga Je Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute. If we just look at this line alone, it's very beautiful. Her role is described here.
Sir, you
Yes,
had mentioned that she's the one who makes yoga possible.
yes, yes. Yoga is what? Yoga is like more of harmony, isn't it? Harmony of inside, outside, harmony of the physical body. So this is something very special, and it originates by the grace of Mahalakshmi. So before we will just have a small look at an image of Mahalakshmi. And before that, how do we identify Mahalakshmi if we look at in harmony, if we look at just one term before we look at the powers described by Sri Aurobindo, just harmony. How can we identify Mahalakshmi's presence in, say, inside of our home using one simple indicator, that harmony? Yes, Kalpana ji, yes, uh,
Prosperity in the
okay,
house
Rachna ji says prosperity in the house. Yes, please. Prosperity in the sense,
in
wealth,
every way, like um, there will be uh,
the
wisdom
screen has frozen.
in the
I'm unable
house.
to see. Yeah, please repeat once more, ji. I'm sorry I didn't hear you. Rachna ji.
People will be strong in the house. The way they function will be. It will not be just frivolous. There will be some conscious movement in the way
Okay.
the things are done.
And the harmonies, maybe,
There
isn't
will be
it?
prosperity. Yes, yes, in many ways.
Okay. All right. Rachna ji says there are many indications of that prosperity. All right. Kalpana ji, you were adding something?
Yeah, I feel there will be everywhere brightness and no gloom.
Brightness. Okay. No gloom. She's because that is her role, isn't it? Lakshmi is like that. Hiranyavarnam Harinim. She is the Jata Veda. She is the one. She is so powerful, golden, luminous. So luminosity, brightness. Ananda, brightness is again connected with, you know, happiness. That is also. Say if now Rachna ji talked about the home, prosperity. Now just say look at your garden. How will you identify prosperity in the garden? Yes, I think you are
Green
muted.
leaves,
Yeah,
Gloom.
blooming,
Everywhere there
isn't
will
it?
be gloom.
Yeah,
Flowers
that
and
is,
fruits.
yeah. Yes, flowers, fruits, even vegetation, little green, there will be that lush green. So that is all what we can say indications. That is why the elderly would say keep an eye on the tulasi, how it is, keep an eye on the other plants, how they are. Because they are indicators. Meaning, if you are not conscious, you're not having that time to take out for this, you're not having time to take out for your own home, for your own life, for your priorities are misplaced. It's time you start focusing. So it is something like that. So let's just look at one image of, we'll look at one image of Mahalakshmi, and then we begin the, just 1 minute, trying to share it. There is some issue in my system. Hold on, please. Yes. Can someone describe what do you feel in this from this image? Yes, anybody?
there's magic everywhere.
Okay, it looks like there's magic by those. It's something brilliant. It's magical. Okay. What is magic though? Means how? What is magic? We say it's all in the fiction novels, but in life, can we have magic, Rachna ji? Can we see
Yes,
magic or can we experience?
yes, we can.
How is that?
It happens. Sometimes you think of something and it really pops up in your life.
It happens. It
Uh,
becomes magical. We call it magical moment, isn't it? Suddenly, things which are like maybe not even our wildest dreams suddenly materialize. And
and
it's so beautiful. We use the word
the
magic. Yes, please.
the way her fingers are,
Hmm.
it's almost like everything is uh, on the tips of your fingers if you just try.
Ah,
Like there is a
yeah.
slok which we say in the morning.
Okay.
Karagre vasate Lakshmi karmadhye saraswati
Yes.
Namaste Govinda Prabhate Katarshana. So in
Karadarshanam.
She is trying to say that I am present in your fingertips if you only work according to the principles like keep mool, Govind at the mool,
Yeah.
take wisdom, be wise, channel Saraswati in everything that you do. That should be the
Hmm.
fulcrum, that should be the core of all your actions. And
നാളെ
uh,
രാവിലെ വരും 8 മണിക്ക് ശേഷം.
Yeah,
I
please
feel
continue.
it shows chanchalta, coming and going.
Okay. Okay. Kalpana ji has said
Could
Chanchalta.
be
But
connection
Chanchal is not
between.
Sthira. Chanchal is
Ah,
not Sthira. But she
Lakshmi
is
is
in a
never
asana,
stable.
no? She is in an
But
asana. She
it will be
herself.
coming and going like that.
Okay. Wealth may come, her grace may come and go. But she
Yeah.
herself is not Chanchal.
No,
She
she.
is in her sthira. And just coming to that point of Rachna ji very beautifully talked about the tips. Now we and you say it's on my fingertips. What do we say that? Or when we do like this, it's easy, isn't it? Whenever we do that. And for her, she is finding it very easy to do her work. She is there. Yes, Vinita ji is adding something. Yes,
The
please.
posture seems as though she's connecting the upper loka and the bhuloka. One
Okay.
hand.
Yes. And is she looking, taking, like she's taking a lot of effort?
No, she seems to be very happy,
Relaxed,
very
happy.
pleasant.
And she looks like she's enjoying it, isn't it?
Yeah.
One more name of her is Vilasini.
Hmm.
this
She
is a
takes,
beautiful
well, we
image.
can say, one kind of ananda in this manifestation. And she attracts also. She's so attractive here. The joy. Basically, when we are in our most happy state, we also feel that, and we are also most attractive when we are in that experience of ananda. Yes, Rachna ji is adding something? Yes, please.
Uh, she's also, like you said, she's seated. That means she is sthir.
That means she can?
That means she is
Here.
sthir Lakshmi.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the the Kamal also,
Ha.
on which she is seated,
Hmm.
that can, so you can attain her once you have worked hard and maybe bloomed like that lotus which comes from
Okay. So when,
the depth of somewhere
okay.
else, but Lakshmi is seen only on the surface.
Okay. So, all right. So we can attain her probably by blossoming our consciousness by like the lotus. So that is also a beautiful symbol, actually, the lotus also, and that to the pink lotus. But I think with this we will enter into what is the description that has been given by Sri Aurobindo. Now, if we see this Mahalakshmi, her properties are very different from that of Mahakali. I'll
Is it
just
only
mute. Yeah, I'll just mute everybody else. If you want to, please unmute anytime. Yeah. So now we were looking at Mahalakshmi. If we see, there is a great difference in the power of like Maheshwari's work is vast, Mahakali's is so powerful. Now let us see what Mahalakshmi's power is. Another nature's power beyond wisdom and force persists, which completes the others, and without which nothing perfect exists. It is Mahalakshmi, the mother's power, eternally beautiful, alluring and attractive is her charm, splendorous and wonderful. She knows the secret of manifesting harmonies in all things. Even the opposites unite. Her influence mesmerizes all beings. So this is the beauty of Mahalakshmi. She is so beautiful that she's so attractive that everybody gets attracted to her. It is natural. It is that flair. It is her grace which just allures everything. It is the power of nature which is beyond wisdom of Maheshwari and also the force. But it completes both of them. This is very important. Means wisdom is there, the force is there, but it completes. Means Mahalakshmi brings that perfection in this beauty. That means, can we say I am on a spiritual path? That's why I'm not going to probably shave, or that's not I'm going to look good, or I'm purposely going to, these are all material things. I can ignore all of it. How I conduct myself, my outer appearances don't matter. Can we say that? Not at all. That is a part of Mahalakshmi's beauty and grace. So everybody must manifest. That does not mean all the yogis should now start having beard conditioning oils and other things. That's not what we are talking about. What we are talking about is we have to learn to identify the beauty and also manifest it, because that is the role. That is the role. It is connected with manifestation. So if we ourselves are not following this, it will not happen. Like Shaucha is considered to be very important in sadhana also, meaning cleanliness, following all of it. And just like that, there's also beauty aspect. That beauty aspect must not be eliminated. Because then life will not be beautiful if we don't follow it, we don't do that upasana. And that is what pleases Mahalakshmi, and that is what Mahalakshmi specially, which are what we can say speciality. It is eternal beauty, meaning a beauty that does not fade. That is Mahalakshmi's. Means it's not something temporary which is going to stay for now and disappear. This grace of Mahalakshmi is there, meaning somebody who has got the Ashirwad of Mahalakshmi, this person will look beautiful always. Even if all the hair turn white, still there is that beauty, there is that grace that will remain. Each wrinkle will tell a beautiful story. That is Mahalakshmi's grace. And what is interesting is even the opposites unite. Even the opposites unite. Her influence mesmerizes all things because she knows the secret of bringing harmonies. Meaning, two opposite forces fighting suddenly forget why are we fighting. They'll realize, hey, we shouldn't fight, it's not required. Why don't we understand each other a little better? So the wars which have been going on and on, if Mahalakshmi's grace intervenes, they will also suddenly stop because harmonies will start getting established. That is the direct manifestation of Mahalakshmi. And as I think a right word was used by Rachnaji, magic. Well, she is the one. She is the master magician. She does. She weaves a magic. So let us see what she says. The magic she weaves, and all beings yield to her secret direction, nudging all into Ananda's dance, wheeled behind Maya's delusion. So, what is she doing? She's weaving that magic. I'll just read the next set of lines. The magic she weaves, and all beings yield to her secret direction, nudging all into Ananda's dance, wheeled behind Maya's delusion. Maheshwari may appear too far and vast for the ordinary nature, and the weak may find too formidable Mahakali's stature. But this power of the mother steals everyone's heart from the others. Mahalakshmi's enticing attraction sets her apart. You see, this is the beauty of Mahalakshmi. You see, Maheshwari, okay, she's too far. I don't understand her vast wisdom. I'm not able to grasp it at all. And the weak might tremble. Oh no, Mahakali, I can't tolerate you. It is too much. But that is not the case with Mahalakshmi. She steals the hearts. She steals the hearts of others. It is that beauty, means it is that magic, the magic she weaves, and all beings yield to her secret direction. Means she is a director who is directing secretly. Anybody? How can a director direct secretly? Normally we see, no? Director has a separate cabin. We see the name, and everywhere director does the work. Why? What is the secret direction? But many times in organizations also, director directs secretly only, no? We don't realize. Sometimes they say, ah, chalo, theek hai, this person is to be promoted right now. screenplay writer is there who is deciding everything. The actors are just playing. So something like that. This is Mahalakshmi's role. She's directing it secretly behind the wheel. What is she doing? She's nudging the creation. She's nudging the creation where? Into Ananda's dance. Means this is something. She brings everybody. When do we dance? When we are overwhelmed, when we're extremely happy. Dance is a, what we can say, a beautiful aspect of life. To be able to dance in happiness. Children don't need to be taught how to dance also. Only adults then forget that we can also dance. They feel, no, no, I'm not doing the right step. Somebody will laugh. Children don't worry about it. So it is like that. She nudges. She nudges everyone into that Ananda's dance, which is veiled behind Maya's delusion. So what is this Maya? Anybody? Means the Ananda is being veiled by Maya. So can we say this world itself should be dismissed? Because I can't taste the honey inside of a pot and it is covered. Should I discard that pot? Anybody? There's a wonderful, we can say honey, it's fresh from the village, organic, wonderful honey, tasty honey is there, but it is being covered by a lid. Now what should I do? Should I throw that? Because I'm not able to eat. Like we've learned that story, grapes are sour. Should we do that or what can we do? Anybody? What is this Maya in life and how do we deal with it? Vaishnaji, you please unmute. I'm unable to hear you. You're saying something?
Uh, we have to keep trying to get to the pot of honey,
Yeah.
even when we sleep or we are depressed in that state. Then we do taste a little bit of that ananda. We are so relaxed that we have whatever problems we might have in the day,
Hmm.
we have
Okay.
we feel no trace of it. So
Means the
if
lid
we
is
can
not
reach
so
that,
tight. There is some leaking happening through that lid, so we can take a little bit taste. Is it, Rachnaji?
yes,
And the easiest thing would be to open the lid completely, isn't it? Then we are free. We can share. We can share. If you
yes,
see Sri Aurobindo's Upanishad, Sri Aurobindo has told us same thing. Anandam hi pravakshami bhagavatadishtaha. Means he says this ananda is to be experienced. This ananda is to be spread. When we have the final prayer, what is it? Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Some people say it's a very selfish prayer. Why? Because let everybody be happy. Because if I am happy, my sister is not happy. Can I be happy again? No, I'll be thinking of it. So how will I be when it is shared? And that is what the rishis understood that Ananda has to be shared. Ananda has to be shared through harmony. And this is the role of Mahalakshmi. She's slowly pushing the creations. There's sorrow. Suddenly she'll give one moment of Ananda, and immediately the beautiful aspect is everybody gets attracted to Ananda, isn't it? We all want it wherever we are. Means where is the Sura
like
or the
uh,
Asura? Everybody wants it. Yes, Rashnaji, you're adding something. Yes, please.
uh, like that aspect of Devi, the
Yeah.
essence without which maybe the world will have nothing, like
Ha.
Purusha and Prakriti.
Hmm.
So she is the one who's putting all the ras.
Yes, Rasa. Hmm.
Like, yes, if it's like a fruit which is very dry, it's not as tasty, but her being present in every kern of the universe makes it
Hmm.
more uh, beautiful and
Yes. The
like
Anubhav becomes
the
what we can say. It
experience.
is called Amrut
Yes.
Anubhav as Sant Jnaneshwar has his experiences are called Amrut Anubhav, meaning we get the
So
taste of that nectar. Ji, absolutely. And Rachna ji introduced one more good term called Prakruti. When we study the Gita, we will see about Prakruti. We see that Prakruti is part of the creation. Prakriti is sometimes trapping us in these three gunas, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, and we are not able to because we are trapped in that every day. My reactions, my swabhava, everything keeps me trapped, preventing me from realizing the Ananda. If you look at it, we'll call Mahalakshmi's grace Let me enter into the state of yoga with you, O Mother. Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmim Namostute. And she will slowly take that wheel out for us. Krishna has also told Maya Metam Tarantite. When you can break that wheel, when you pierce that wheel, only then can you experience the taste of Ananda. So this is not to be dismissed the world as means this is what this is beautiful. Mahalakshmi is talking about manifestation of what? Manifestation of beauty, manifestation of bliss, which is what we can have felicity, a celebration of life. That is what we can experience. And that is why everybody likes Mahalakshmi's force. There was a big what we can say wrong thinking among a lot of people that wealth is a source of all evil. So what happened because of that? All the good people said, okay, okay, I don't want evil. They turned away the wealth. And where did wealth go? It went into the wrong hands. So when it goes to the wrong hands, what will the asuras do? Let me do service for people. Will any asura think of that? No, no, not at all. This is the problem. This is the problem. And that is what Sri Aurobindo tried to correct. He gave when Krishna also did his same thing, did the same thing. He said, become like Raja Janaka. He could have given so many, he has given in Vibhuti Darshana names of various rishis. But to Arjuna, yes, Rachnaji, you're saying something? No. All right. I think, yeah, I'll just mute. So if you see in the Vibhuti Darshana, he gives so many names. But when he gives the example, Krishna says, Arjuna, be like Raja Janaka. He was surrounded by wealth and not having the slightest attachment for wealth. And then he goes to the next step, says, be like me, be like Krishna. How was Krishna again? Krishna was again always in the state of Ananda, isn't it? Even when his boss, Arjun, not boss, we can say his beloved is going to now take part in the battle, and he says no. He raises his hand in frustration and he says, "No, I'm going to give up." That time also is Prahasanniva Bharata with a slight smile. Slightest worry is not there because he understands that he is also called Yogeshwara, the one who brings about harmonies wherever disharmonies are there. He will unite even the opposites, and that is what she brings about a reconciliation. Sri Aurobindo also talked about it. There's a big difference between reconciliation and compromise. Can someone tell me that? Reconciliation and a compromise. We've heard of compromise. Anybody? What is the difference between the two?
Uh, Reconciliation may end in win-win for both parties, but
Okay,
compromise in one party might lose, or I mean,
okay,
they don't want to do
okay.
that
It may
because
not be a win-win situation for both. Okay, yes, Aditi ji. Charulata ji, you were adding something? Yes, ma'am.
Just thinking on the same lines, but I thought that's probably both parties are moving ahead, and that's a
Hmm.
reconciliation.
That's
And when it is
reconciliation.
one party is just accepting what the other one is doing, that is.
Yeah, so that is like, okay, this person has more force. Wait, my
Hmm.
time will come. मेरा time आएगा तब दिखाऊंगा. Because compromise is not leading to a full-fledged solution. So it is just
Hmm.
one person has lost, another person has won because of some brute force or some other aspects, X, Y, Z factors, but there is no satisfaction there. So there's going to be broken. Compromises can be broken, but reconciliations, they are not. So if we've made compromises anywhere, remember, you'll have to be alert. Compromise may be done, it's just a temporary thing. It may not give a lasting solution. But Mahalakshmi's presence brings about this union, this harmony of which leads to reconciliation. And who likes Mahalakshmi? Everybody. There's nobody who does not like Mahalakshmi. Everybody. It is like that. All beings seek her proximity. Like we saw, isn't it? Maheshwari is too vast for I don't understand. Don't talk all spirituality things to me. I don't understand it. Don't, this topic is not mine. People run away. Mahakali's force, the people are afraid. Oh no, no, I will suffer. I don't want to do this. If a true follower will not be afraid, that is what we saw. But many times some are. But this is not the case with Mahalakshmi. Everybody wants to be. It is like friend of all. Like we say Vishwamitra. Mahalakshmi is like that, friend of everybody. Everybody wants her company. All beings seek her proximity, enamored by her majesty. Always, beauty, grace, and flair emanate from her like sun rays. Beauty, grace, flair, it's just radiating from her personality. An aura of splendor sets wherever her compassionate eyes gaze. Her smile of love leaves the soul enraptured in a daze. So she has that aura which spreads, which radiates in all directions. And that aura, what is that aura doing? It is spreading just splendor. There's a surreal beauty of Mahalakshmi which spreads everywhere. We saw that in the garden. We saw Mahalakshmi's presence in the garden is going to make all the plants blossom. Anybody who comes in will say, "Oh, what a beautiful garden it is," or something else. Something is so beautiful, everybody will understand it. It is like that, and it leaves the soul enraptured. All refining and blissful is the touch of her occult hands. Ananda's rivulets spring forth everywhere, wherever her feet lands. That is why everybody wants Mahalakshmi, please come to my home. The touch of Mahalakshmi should be there. Everybody wants that because wherever her foot has means which house Mahalakshmi is there, that house has Ananda. There's Utsav, there's celebration. That is Mahalakshmi's presence. Rivulets of Ananda. Like there's that Abhanga, Ananda Chidohi Ananda Taranga. Means Ananda everywhere. It's like a river of Ananda. Her magnetism fascinates every mind and embodied soul. Even a delicate contact of hers transforms life as a whole. So majestic she is that just a slight touch, what we call feather touch also of Mahalakshmi is enough. Our life gets transformed by her. That is Mahalakshmi's touch. Despite her attractive nature, her presence is difficult to meet. Look at that. Now there's a rider. Everybody wants. But despite her, she's magnetic, she's attractive, she's wonderful, she's alluring, all of it. But what happens? Despite her attractive nature, her presence is difficult to meet. Not every living soul does Mahalakshmi openly greet. This is the problem. Every living soul is not greeted. And then what happens when somebody is not greeted? that there's no Ananda, no, that person then Zindagi ne Zindagi bhar gum diye, start singing others. Oh no, what has happened in life and all that. Because she's not meeting everybody. It is difficult. But let us see why is she difficult. Because everywhere when Sri Aurobindo has described the powers, when he has talked about it, he talked about how ruthless Mahakali is. But then he has described her love also. For somebody who is sincere, that person will find a loving smile on Mahakali's face also and will not feel any fear. Her love, her touch, it is going to be there. Maybe it might be a little father's touch, we can say, rough touch. Again, this is just an opinion, personal opinion. But the touch will be there, and that love and the grace, everything is going to be there. So here, let us see what Sri Aurobindo is going to tell about what he has told. We'll just look at the poem and try to understand what he has said. Not every living soul does Mahalakshmi. Despite her attractive nature, her presence is difficult to meet. Not every living soul does Mahalakshmi openly greet. Her demand, she has a demand. If those are met, then she will come. Every power has a demand, isn't it? Maheshwari has some demands. Mahakali has some demands. Mahalakshmi also has demands. But are these demands transactional? What we understand, we have demands, people have demands. These are not, these are for our soul growth. This is a condition, this is a necessary condition. It is not some, we can say, child makes demands or somebody makes demands from another person. Those are different. These are the necessary prerequisites for the functioning of Mahalakshmi. Her demand is harmony and beauty. of soul and feelings, of thoughts, mind, deeds, worldly movements, life, and surroundings. Look at that. It's not a Swarthi demand, it's actually for us. We have to bring it. Meaning harmony and beauty of what? Of soul and feelings also. Meaning we don't discard the feelings that we have, we transform them, we divinize them, we make them more beautiful. That same harmony which is there on the outside should also be on the inside as well. That is what she is saying. Meaning you can't fool her just like you can't fool Mahakali. All the powers of the Devis. That is why we do namaskars because they know, they can understand. So on the inside and outside, just out of beauty, they say no, beauty is skin deep. That's not true. But if it is skin deep, then Mahalakshmi is not there. Mahalakshmi is going to ensure, or she will want inside and outside of thoughts, thoughts also. These are also karmas which we, with our thinking. If we keep thinking negative, wrong, what happens? Our negative thoughts start manifesting. No? Again, we will not know with our negative thoughts we are manifesting Alakshmi only. Everything is going good, but then my thoughts are only bad about something, somebody or self, about wealth or health or any XYZ factor. That we should not have at all. Of thoughts, mind also. Mind is an instrument. It has to be used properly. Otherwise, it can become your enemy. Atma eva bandhuratmana, atma eva ripuratmana. It can be the friend, it can be the enemy. So there must be harmony of mind as well. And not just mind, deeds as well. Deeds. What deeds you do outside and inside. Just because I write beautiful poems and I do really stupid things, Mahalakshmi will not say, ah, nice, nice poems you're writing, I'll give you more blessings. No, she'll just, she might turn off the source of inspiration of the poetry also if the deeds are not going to match because that is her way of functioning. Worldly movements, life and surroundings. So this is something, means this is actually, she is a material Devi, isn't it? We don't recognize divinity with the material. We say we have to, most people on this, I'm now on the spiritual path, I'm not dealing with material things. So your body is not made of matter. You ask them, they will not respond. Everyone is in this material world. They're not going to run away from the material world. We have to transform it. That is the challenge, and that is why we need the powers. Yes, Rachna ji, you want to say something? Please go on. Please feel free to unmute. Anybody, please feel free to unmute.
Those two lines uh, were nudging all into Ananda's dance,
Yeah.
veiled behind Maya's delusion.
Hmm.
It is Maya. So,
Hmm.
everything that is going to function, she provides that. She provides the entire framework in
Hmm.
which we can be in that Maya. So it will be all material, anything tangible,
Yes.
everything,
Yes. Yes.
everything tangible that is worldly, that belongs to this particular loka or rather dimension. She can, she is the person, she is the divinity who makes everything possible here.
Yes. 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 Absolutely. That is true. Many times, material wealth is sometimes very less important compared to what is the divinity which is there. Sometimes big projects suddenly they receive funds from no God knows where it comes. Because Mahalakshmi's blessing is there. It has to rise, so it will go. It will keep going. Chare veti. It goes on and on. Because why? It is again the bliss. That is why you should understand. That is why you must be very clever even in money matters. Means enough of the age where people have because that is why Kalyug came, no? All good people sent the money to the bad hands. At that time, there were no RTGS transfers. They did it in a different way. So they transferred it to the Asuras. The Asuras created disharmony. So then, what Mahalakshmi's force is wealth. It has to be utilized for a right purpose. And then we can be. Why not? Everybody does not have to be a monk who has sold the Ferrari when everybody can also be a monk in a Ferrari. It is possible. Wealth has to be utilized for what? For the divine's work. Sri Aurobindo had beautifully given a less like a talk when he had in his last speech. He talked about rich for the rich people. His advice was for all. Everybody had to get Swarajya freedom. Now we are looking for a different type of freedom, within and without. We call it Sakshatkar is my birthright. That should be our slogan. So that time when Sri Aurobindo was talking about, he said everybody had a role. Means the poor, even in their poverty, let them put in all their strength, all their that was their wealth, whatever physical strength they had, let them put it in for the mother, for the freedom of the country. And if the rich are having wealth, let that also be utilized for the betterment of the world. That is the aspect. So Mahalakshmi demands nothing but harmony in life, harmony in surroundings. We see in the Gita also similar concepts. 13th Adhyaya of the Gita, Kshetra, Kshetragnya, and the Vibhaga. Field, field starts with body, then we are talked about the surroundings, and the field starts growing on in the Gita if you study that chapter. The chapter 13. And then the field has what? Mana is there, Buddhi is there, Ahankar is there, etc. etc. So many things Krishna tells, so many divisions. He talks about one more thing that which is avyakta, which is unmanifest. Unmanifest light or the Chetana is there. And the role of a sadhak is to make that avyakta vyakta, to make that unmanifest manifest. We have to do yoga because we have a state of disharmony. We want to break that disharmony. We want to be free from viyoga. That is why yoga. Yoga jay yoga sambhote Mahalakshmi namostute. Who is going to be giving that to us better than the mother herself? So let us hold on to her. Let us hold on to her because she reads, and for her, nothing more. Let's go to the next. Where everyone heeds to the call and turns towards divinity, where towards her bliss world, there is a revered affinity, whereby all is sought her beautiful harmony and oneness. There she consents and manifests an atmosphere of progress. You see, where every member, if you look at it, every member of the society, every member of the household, or if we come into, as Krishna says, idam shariram kaunteya, your kshetra or your field is your own body. Meaning in your own body, every aspect, man, sharir, pran, buddhi, all are being utilized for what? They're all heeding to the call of Mahalakshmi. They are turning towards her. They are turning towards her and seeking that blissful. Meaning, I want to be healthy. This is an important aspiration we should have. Make me strong, make me healthy also. I will take all efforts to become fully healthy. That is my number one priority. So that kind of approach is there. Mind also, my mind is also going to be right. My sharira is also going to be right. I'm going to take care of my prana, pranic force moving in, buddhi also, everything. Why I'm going to turn it towards divinity. Simplest way of transforming. That brings a change. That where that is there, where everybody is seeking, meaning that harmony is there, oneness is there, there she consents. She gives her consent and manifests an atmosphere of progress, meaning the Vatavaran, the atmosphere itself is of progress there. She has agreed. That is all she is demanding. Hardly a big demand at all. She is actually a very loving mother. She's asking nothing for herself. She says, do this right. That's all for yourself. Where her demands are rejected, no succor she provides. In places of negligence, immorality, and brashness, she never resides. Meaning, those who are rejecting, isn't it? Rejecting her harmony. There, she is not going to provide relief. No matter what you ask, you beg for relief also. If you are rejecting the divine's harmony, you are creating it purposely, then you will not receive her grace. In places of negligence, then also where immorality is also there. I'll just mute anybody else. Yes. So where there is immorality, there is negligence. All of this is something she does not tolerate at all. And brashness. Brashness also, this is something. Brashness in the sense, if we are too brash, we are too rude, many times what is it? Arrogance is the right word for it, not just the way of talking. It is if we are arrogant, what will happen? We say markets are subject to the market risks and everything fluctuations. Well, our shares will immediately fall out of arrogance. Mahalakshmi's Kopa may also come for those who are arrogant. That way, everybody nobody likes arrogance. Maheshwari will not care only. You will be out of her network area completely with arrogance. What about Mahakali? Mahakali is going to give immediate punishment. She will not spare at all. Here, Mahalakshmi, she will not give any relief. If you are arrogant, you're continuing your path of arrogance. No, you will not receive the relief from her. Meaning, she will manifest disharmony. She will not be able to manifest her harmony, and your arrogance will manifest what we call disharmony. That is not required at all. All that is ugly, all that is ugly, insensitive, and mean, she rejects vehemently. You see, all that is ugly, ugliness in the sense, there's a beautiful picture and somebody just throws black ink onto it when some beautiful work is done. What is this? This is ugliness. Trying to wound an animal. What is this? This is ugliness. This is ugliness. Wound is very, helpless animal. Somebody tries to. What is all of this? This is just the ugliness of nature. What Krishna also calls vikara. Vikara of the Prakriti. In Prakriti, there is divinity, but there is also vikara. We see that in the world, isn't it? Means in Pondicherry only, we see a set of people who are trying to clean up the place. There's another set of people who are dirtying the place. So this is something. This is not something she tolerates at all. And when people are insensitive, means if you are insensitive, again, meaning your heart should beat for others also. Empathy should be there, isn't it? Just because I am doing sadhana, I have become insensitive. You cannot become insensitive. Sadhana is not about becoming insensitive. Can a mother lose her touch of motherhood because she has become spiritual? Mamatva will disappear. No. She may learn what is the importance of detachment. She will not be easily cheated by her children only. Most of the time, children are mischievous. They use attachment as a tool. They use that for twisting. So here, the detachment is required, but not insensitivity in any form. And mean, being mean, that's also something. And it's also a sign of arrogance, is also a sign of absence of wisdom as well. It's in a vidya vinayana shobhate. Wisest people are humble. Most wise people, you see, that much, that humble only, how much ever wise they are because they understand, I don't know. So they're never, you don't see meanness in the personality. Means in Krishna also talks about vak tapa, penance of speech. And the tapa itself is Sharira tapa, Manas tapa, and Vak tapa. All three have to be done. So, meaning, whatever type of meanness, we cannot. You purposely shut the door when someone is coming. What's the use? What would you lose if you held the door for a moment for somebody else? Will we become less? No. But we do that. Somebody does a salute and we say, ah, you are useless. Enough, you didn't do. What is the reason? Not required at all. But so meanness and all is not something she tolerates. This is not required in our personality. Where true love is not from that place, she disappears instantly. This is very important. Where true love is not there, where there is manipulation, where there is scheming, where there is cunning, where there is no. What is true love? True love is all about. It is divine only in its purest sense. No expectation of return, offering which makes the person who is receiver also better, the person who is offering also better. So this aspect is true love. It's not does not be I fell in love. Nobody falls in love. Everybody rises in love. If they really it is true love. Otherwise, it's attraction, and attraction disappears no, after a time. College first year, my friend was saying to somebody, "You are so beautiful as the moon." Next year, I don't know, he got a big telescope or what. You are full of craters. That's all is are visible. That's not what it is. And that true love is not there. True love is not there. That place, meaning True love does not mean only in. Yes, Raghavendra wants to add something. Yes, sir.
Now, I just have a small point over here to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Uh, see, she's here. You say when true love is not there, she from that place she disappears instantly.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just coming to those words. She disappears instantly. Is
Mm.
it also that when we have more evolved people, more spiritually developed people,
Mm.
they also, when they see something is not proper, good, they try to give advice, and when they see that it's not working, they just quietly move away from there. Is that
Yeah,
also
yeah.
true?
Yes, that is true. That is true. It is also Shastra also tells like there are some places you should immediately leave the place.
Okay.
Some places you shouldn't stand. Like your guru, somebody insults your guru, talks bad about your guru. You stand there and, okay, or I don't agree, but I still stand here. It's not right. Leave that place. There's no point in because what is going to happen there? These are unnecessary thoughts coming into your ear. You don't need it. You just move. Something like that, Mahalakshmi does not tolerate because there is nothing worse than treachery of love, isn't it?
Hmm.
When that is immediately she'll see this. Somebody may say, I have fooled that person, got a lot of money and all, but what's that money going to be of use after cheating? It's going to mean nothing. Because then Mahalakshmi, because there's no harmony. Sometimes there's no harmony, meaning there's no Ananda only then, isn't it? What is the use? It's like Midas had a golden touch, isn't it? What did he eat? He couldn't eat anything because of that golden touch, which he thought was so great. Well, something like that. She leaves when true love is not there. So that is why we have to focus on this. We have to focus on empathy. We have to focus on sensitivity. We have to focus on understanding if we want to experience the touch of Mahalakshmi. Let's just continue. And I think, yes, we have another 7 more minutes. Where true love is not, from that place she disappears instantly. When love is mixed, distorted, or impure, then she doesn't care. When love is mixed, distorted, and impure, then she doesn't care. Consequentially, her absence makes that dwelling poverty's lair. Means if it is mixed also, meaning you have either Shraddha or you don't have Shraddha. There is no 50% Shraddha, 50% no, or now Chandra is in my favor, so Shraddha is there. Chandra has changed, Shraddha is gone. It's not like that. So in the case of this also, love is either there or it's not there. It's as simple as that. And when it is mixed, she understands this is not right. This is just, it is lower. It is like Somras is beautiful, pure, it is perfect. But when you put impurities into it, it remains, ceases to remain Somras. Yes, Rachnaji, you're adding something?
Yes. Lakshmi's sister is Alakshmi.
Yes.
So every time we make a choice of things such as given in the poem like negligence,
Hmm.
immorality or brashness, insensitivity, meanness, or we are making a choice of the sister.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
then when you are wanting something, you can't expect some Lakshmi to come in. You are choosing. It is not as if she is rejecting you, but this is your choice. You are making the choice of
Yes.
a Lakshmi by
Yes.
disrespecting or uh, being arrogant or treacherous. All those are
Ji.
her qualities. So
Yeah.
you can
Means we
decide,
are
we
we are
can always
inviting that,
decide
inviting it. Yeah.
what we want to
But there's one
choose.
interesting thing. Yes, there's one interesting thing in Rigveda. There is Usha also, and there is Ratri also. Both are goddesses. So both are these are twin goddesses. So maybe Lakshmi and Mahalakshmi might be working in tandem also. A way of teaching, a way of teaching to move out of that path. But this aspect, what we are seeing, as Sri Aurobindo has described about, is this Mahalakshmi's role is this. Means she will not tolerate slightest also. If there is true love is getting mixed with desire, ambition, some kind of greed, all these factors are coming in between. Jealousy, Mahalakshmi's hand will, Abhaya Hasta will not be there. That is one truth. And what will happen? What will happen in the absence of Mahalakshmi? Well, you will feel very poor. Not just in bank balance and FDs, poor in experience of life itself. life experience. Somebody who has got love will have the greatest experience. Richest person in the life is somebody who has experienced true love. And somebody who is not experiencing, even if that person has all the wealth in the world, will still say, "Oh, I'm missing out." So, this is something we must understand. This is Mahalakshmi. Beauty and love, when disrespected, refuse to verily manifest. Mahalakshmi quickly departs, rejecting every invitation's request. No matter what you do, how much ever you invite Mahalakshmi, if you are disrespecting beauty, if you are disrespecting love, both of this, you are disrespecting the mother only, and the mother will never come, no matter what invitation you give. She will never come, is what we see. Her just I think we'll just look at it because we'll need to see what is the way then. Because I think one very good point has been told about Lakshmi and Alakshmi. Then will Alakshmi always win? Or what will happen, or how do we move? Let us just see the connection between the two as well in the next few lines, and we stop here. Her presence in the heart is insulted by jealous hatred and greed. If ingratitude and malignant treachery are mixed into her divine mead. So don't never mix these two things. Don't add all of this into your life. I don't think we should ever be jealous. We can appreciate beauty. See, okay, this person is better. It's all right. It's fine. No problem. I don't care. Just because that person is better, there's no need to feel that jealousy. Same way, hatred also is not required. And Krishna has told in the Gita also, divine will cannot manifest in a heart that houses hate. It is very clear. Vishwarupa Darshana, the scary Vishwarupa, Ugra Rupa is telling, don't be afraid. Of course, Arjuna did not hear it like how we are hearing these words. He might have heard it from all the mouths in echoes, so he could not understand. He had to learn later on in the Gita. But there also he said, if you have Dvesha, you are not going to experience, or you will not be the instrument of the divine. There is no righteous Dvesha. Dvesha is Dvesha. In the name of righteousness, people harbor hatred. That is also not something which is good, and that is not something which Mahalakshmi will accept any time. So, ingratitude, malignant treachery are when they are mixed into her divine mead, she refuses all such corrupted offerings and misplaced devotion. Her Majesty's grace coexist not with vile and crass passion. Even vile passion, very a passion which is not pure, a passion which is mixed with all what we can call rajas and hatred and all of this brute force, that's not accepted by her. Her unceremoniously she withdraws, never attempting to prolong her stay. Until the influence leaves, she never walks the same way. So this is the point. We'll stop here. Why is she going away also? It's because it is a punishment she is giving to people to realize. Let me at least now leave the evil. Then we will again experience her. This is the inference we can draw here. And she goes away also as a lesson, as a teaching. So she never, until the evil influence leaves, she never walks the same way. She unceremoniously withdraws, never attempting to stay. That is her role. So, with this, I think today we will conclude. We at least see this one point of Mahalakshmi that even if she goes, it's not like a permanent going, as Kalpana ji pointed out. She comes and goes. Some people have very good this year, excellent profits. Next year, big loss. Then again profit. They don't understand what's going on. Probably they have to rework on certain other aspects why these harmonies are not being established. So with this, we can conclude. If anybody has any queries, anything you wish to ask or share, you are welcome. Or we look at the summary and complete with a Shanti mantra. Yes, please. Anybody can summarize what we saw then today?
just to quickly say, first paragraph generally talks about her qualities, in very
Yes, sir.
brief, that she's a balancing power. There is wisdom and force, and then she is there to bring all that also together with her beauty and her harmony. So that is the base quality of her. Then, I mean, her importance, not even quality. Why is she there? The importance of Mahalakshmi is that, there is Maheshwari, there is Mahakali, then Mahalakshmi is like a binder, She brings all these things together in harmony. Then, what are her qualities, Right through her qualities, he describes in the next 2, 3 paragraphs where I mean, the whole idea of us is to help you to realize your consciousness and be in that ananda state, over a period of time. So anybody who wants to go to her without seeking only material aspirations, but looks at it beyond that, then there is a space over there where you can open up the consciousness and have that eternal ananda with her. That is one of the biggest strengths which she will bring to you. Then there are the limitation factors. What all will move a person away from her? So there is a list of things which Sri Aurobindo very nicely brings out, which I mean, somewhere, which is also a fact, when we look at today's world and
Yeah.
situations, anger, greed, lust, jealousy, these are all just things which are there, and these are the cause of why the goddess is not
Misery.
here with us, and we are all suffering for that. I
Yeah.
mean, it is there. It's not something which can
Yes.
be. So that is, I mean, three big
It has
areas
to be
which
worked.
I could put
Yes.
it.
Did you say three, sir? Did you say three, sir? Three
Yeah, I
areas?
said three compartments which I put this whole poem till now. First
Okay.
was the importance of Mahalakshmi. Then what are her qualities and beauty and grace and all that. And then finally what she desists. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, that is the truth which is happening today in the world or in every aspect of life. And that
Yes. Yes.
affects us.
Ji, sir. Ji, sir.
That's it.
All right, sir. So then we'll now see how she comes back again also. If she's gone, that is something which we'll see in the next on Saturday. So let us conclude with the Shanti Mantra. Hari Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Hari Om Tat Sat. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Hari Om. Namaste. So, Nirmalama, if no queries are there, we conclude with. Yes, we can conclude then.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Ji, Namaste.